Hi, it's Travis White with the Persuasive Communication Tip of the Week. Oftentimes my clients ask me to evaluate high-tech startup companies, and it's work that I'm happy to do. And when I get an assignment like that, I go in and I meet as many of the managers as I can. I read the reviews, I read the plans, I read the spreadsheets, I talk to customers, I talk to the engineers, what's the product all about, and ultimately I reach an opinion, I reach a judgment, and I tell that to my clients. Now, one of the problems with that is I only see what I see. And there's an awful lot that can go wrong with a high-tech startup company that I just don't see. And perhaps it's unforeseeable. So for instance, perhaps a founder dies. That can really disrupt the company. Or even if the founder gets divorced, that can disrupt the company. Or maybe the product doesn't work quite as well as expected to. That often happens. Or maybe there's a strike somewhere that disrupts the supply chain. So there are a lot of things that you can't see, and you have to remember that you have to take that unforeseen element into your analysis and into your judgment of the likelihood of success of this high-tech startup company. And one way to do that is to compare the company itself to the category that it's in. And that category, in this case, is called high-tech startup companies. And I may be studying one case and I can study it in depth, but I can't possibly know all the possible things that could go wrong. But in the category, there's thousands and thousands of cases of high-tech companies, and we know what the success and the failure rate is. And the success rate may be very small. In fact, it is very small, maybe on the order of 10%. 9 out of 10 companies fail, success rate is 10%. That category, because there's so many cases in it, takes into account all the possible things that can go wrong. In my case, I can go into depth, I can look at a lot of things in detail, but I can't possibly know everything that could go wrong. So I look at the category, I look at the detail, I say the category success rate is 10%. If I didn't know anything about this company, I would guess its success potential is 10%. In other words, it would be the same as the category. I may feel stronger or more positive about that company because of what I've learned. But as I report back to my clients, I would say, you know, this is a risky business. 10% of the companies succeed, 90% fail. If I didn't know anything about the company, I would recommend that you not invest in it because it's only a 10% success rate. However, what I found is the following factors: good management, good finance, good product, differentiatable marketing plan, and so forth. And that raises my estimate of the success rate. But I always have that anchor rate, what a statistician would call a base rate for the category. That 10% anchors my optimism and helps me offer a more balanced and unbiased opinion to my clients. So always think about what you can see, look as closely as you can, but also compare what you see to the category, because that has many more cases and can help you understand all the possible things that could go wrong. So that's a Persuasive Communication Tip of the Week. See you again next week.